Welcome again, dear students. I'm Dr. Kaleem Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Department of Wildlife Sciences, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. In today's lecture, we will discuss the topic India as a mega diversity nation. Actually, understanding mega diversity starts with understanding biodiversity, and we discuss this in many lectures that biodiversity includes all of the plant and animal species on the planet, their genetic differences, and the ecosystem where they form interconnected communities. Biodiversity is not distributed actually uniformly across our planet. So, megadiversity countries are those which contain actually the majority of the planet's natural wealth. Some countries, especially the countries which are in the tropics, host much bigger concentration of the biodiversity than others. There are about 17 mega diverse countries in the world. Together, these 17 nations are home to between 60 to 80% of life on Earth. The aim of this classification is actually to show how a smaller number of the countries possess a large proportion of global diversity, which in turn means they have a much greater political responsibility for environmental conservation and management. Actually, the concept of megadiverse was first aired in 1988 at a biodiversity conference held at Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. Its aim was to identify the biologically wealthiest nations on Earth crucial to the planet's survival. To qualify as a mega diverse country, the main criteria is actually endemism. We call a species endemic if it lives naturally and exclusively in a defined geographical area. That is, such countries host a species that cannot be found elsewhere on the planet. As a foundation of this, a mega diverse country must fulfill the following two criteria. The first is that they have at least 5,000 endemic plant species, and another is they must have a marine ecosystems within its border. According to Conservation International, about 70% of the world flora and fauna exist in only 17 megadiverse countries. These nations comprise just under 10% of the surface of the earth. The megadiverse countries of the world are Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Mexico, Democratic Republic of Congo, Madagascar, Indonesia, Australia, India, China, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, United States, Philippines, Venezuela, and South Africa. This is the map actually showing the mega diverse countries of the world. India is one of these mega diverse countries with 2.4% of the land area, accounting for 7 to 8% of the species of the world, including about 91,000 species of the animal and about 45,500 species of the plants that have been documented in its 10 biogeographic regions. Of these, 12.6% of mammals, 4.5% of birds, 45.8% of the reptiles, 55.8% of the amphibians, and 33% of plants are endemic, being found nowhere else in the world. Within India, there are two world biodiverse hotspots also, as we already discussed these in the previous lectures about the biodiversity hotspots, and these are the Western Ghats and the Eastern Himalayas. Not surprisingly, then it is a country that actually holds a position as one of the most mega diverse countries in the world. If we compare India's biodiversity with the world, then in mammals, if we compare mammals, then worldwide there are roughly 6,400 known species of the mammals, and in India is home to approximately 426 species of the mammals. If we compare reptiles, then worldwide there are around 10,000 species of the reptiles globally, and in India there are about 432 species of reptiles. And if we compare worldwide with India, in as amphibians, there are approximately 8,000 known species of amphibians, and in India is home to about 284 species of amphibians. If we compare the India with the world in terms of plants, then worldwide it is the plants are around 3,52,000, and in India is a diverse flora with approximately 15,000 to 18,000 species of flowering plants. If we compare fishes worldwide, there are roughly 34,000 known species of the fishes, and India has an estimated 2,546 species of fishes. And in terms of birds, worldwide there are approximately 10,000 to 11,000 species of birds, and in India is home to about 1,300 to 1,400 species of birds. Let's discuss the reason why India is so much diverse and why India qualify actually as a mega diverse nations. So let's start from its ecological diversity. India actually diverse landscape comprises several distinct biomes, including tropical rainforest, mangroves, swamps, alpine meadows, deserts, grasslands, and coastal ecosystems. Each of these ecosystems sports a unique assemblage of plant and animal species, many of which are found actually nowhere else in the earth. The Western Ghats, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, harbor immense biodiversity with thousands of plant species, numerous endemic amphibians, birds, and mammals. The region's dense forest and high rainfall make it one of the most biological diverse areas in the world. The Sundarbans, located in the delta region of the Ganges and Brahmaputra river, is the largest mangrove forest globally and home to Bengal tiger, saltwater crocodiles, and numerous bird species. Some of them are endemic. If we talk about the Himalayan regions with its alpine meadows and temperate forests, actually sports iconic species like the snow leopard, Himalayan musk deer, and Himalayan brown bears, and many other species. India's rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra, and Yamuna are actually lifelines for millions of the people and sustain diverse aquatic ecosystems, including freshwater dolphins, gharials, and various fish species. Let's talk about, in terms of flora, how diverse India is. India is actually home to our 18,000 flowering plants species, making it one of the world's most botanically diverse regions. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Himalayas are actually particularly rich in plant diversity with thousands of the endemic species. India's forests include tropical evergreen, deciduous, mangroves, and mountain forests, each sporting a unique assemblage of plant life. In terms of fauna, India boasts an impressive era of animal species, including some iconic megafauna such as Bengal tiger, Indian elephant, Indian rhinoceros, Asiatic lion. The country is also rich in avian diversity, with over more than 1300 bird species recorded, including numerous endemics like the Indian peafowl and Malabar travel. Additionally, India's rivers and the coastal areas harbor diverse aquatic and marine life, including freshwater dolphins, crocodiles, and coral reefs. India is also unique in terms of its ecosystem. India's varied topography has given rise to wide range of ecosystems from high altitude alpine meadows to arid deserts and the coastal wetlands. The Sundarban mangroves forest shared with Bangladesh is the largest mangrove ecosystem globally and serve as a critical habitat for numerous species including the Bengal tiger. India is also culturally diverse. India's cultural diversity is actually intertwined with its biodiversity, with many traditional practices and beliefs centered around nature conservation and reverence for wildlife. Sacred groves, rivers, and mountains are often protected due to their spiritual significance, contributing to biodiversity conservation efforts. Despite its mega diversity, India faces significant conservation challenges, including habitat loss, fragmentation, poaching, pollution, and climate change. Rapid urbanization, industrialization, and population growth exert immense pressure on natural ecosystem, thus threatening biodiversity hotspots and many endangered species. India has also implemented various conservation measures to address these conservation challenges, including the establishment of national park, wildlife sanctuaries, conservation reserves, community reserves, and biosphere reserves. Initiatives such as Project Tiger, that actually launched in 1970, have played a crucial role in tiger conservation, leading to a significant increase in tiger population in protected areas. We will discuss in detail how tiger projects become successful due to varied conservation efforts and the species is actually revived from the verge of extinctions due to the different government initiatives. Everything, or we can say, the conservation is not possible without community involvement or community participation. So, community based conservation initiatives involving local communities in biodiversity conservation and sustainable resource managements have shown a promising results in the previous and futures also. Giant forest management programs, ecotourism initiatives, and sustainable livelihood projects help alleviate pressure on natural resources while empowering local communities. In conclusion, we can say that India's status as a mega diverse country is evident in its rich tapestry of ecological and cultural diversity. By embracing its natural and cultural heritage and adopting holistic approach to conservation and development, India can continue to serve as a global exemplar for biodiversity conservation and sustainable living. With this, we end today's lecture, and in the coming lecture we will discuss some new topics. Thank you.